Q4 on Amazon is one of the best opportunities to make tens of thousands of dollars as an Amazon seller. So we're going to be breaking down the exact types of products that you want to sell during the holiday rush, how to source those products. We're going to talk about some cutoff times in terms of when you can ship into Amazon. And then we're also going to go over my personal strategy for Black Friday that helped me sell about $400,000 during December of last year alone. But if you guys are new to the channel, my name's Warner from SellerAmp, and it's our goal to equip you with the software and the information that you need to go out and crush selling on Amazon. So if you guys do get value from this video, please hit that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing I want to talk about here is the types of products that you're going to want to sell during Q4. And I've gone ahead and pulled up just an example of a product here because it's a pretty good example of something that we want to look further into here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up SellerAmp over here. And the reason for this is the types of products that I want to sell during Q4, they're not necessarily going to be all clothing or all toys or anything like that. We're looking for a very specific pattern on the charts here. So the charts function right here is showing us the entire history of each item on Amazon. So I've gone ahead and pulled up this Nike pants here. It's a very classic example of something you might get as a Christmas gift, right? So the main thing to look out for is anything that's giftable, right? So that's going to be clothes, that's going to be chocolates, that's going to be makeup, anything like that, right? So think outside the box beyond just like toys and shoes and that kind of stuff. The other thing we're looking for is this pattern on the charts that we have right here. So we can see recently this item has been selling in the neighborhood of, $37, $40, $45. So definitely on the cheaper side for something like this. But last year we can see how when the sales rank was dipping down, this green line right here is showing us sales over time. The closer it is to the bottom, the closer it is to the fastest selling product in that category. So this was a super fast selling product. And we can see when we're breaking these down right here that the price actually shot way up during the kind of holiday rush, right? So as we were getting closer and closer to Christmas, even right here on, Thanksgiving-ish, right? It was $55, $50, right around that neighborhood, right? As we get closer and closer to Christmas, now we're at December 16th. It's $55. It's jumping up to $66 here a few days before Christmas. And so these are the types of items you want to be on the lookout for, is these items that are rapidly increasing in price. Here's another, just like, another variation I found in this listing that does the exact same thing. So again, right here, we can see last holiday season, that price, Thanksgiving area, it was like $43. During the holiday rush, it shot up to like $50. So definitely a big percentage increase there. These are the types of items you want to be on the lookout for. And when you find items like this, the ones that shoot up in price during the fourth quarter, you don't necessarily need to buy these items yet, right? So as I'm filming this video, it's still September. It's a little bit too early to be buying items for Christmas, especially if you don't have a ton of money. So what you want to be doing is using the Google Sheets function of SellerAmp right here, so you don't forget about these leads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press Christmas here because I identified this as an item that sells for way more expensive during the holiday rush. And so now that we've done that here, we can see that it just sent some very simple data about this product to our actual Google Sheet here. And by the way, when you're adding things to your Google Sheet here, so you don't forget about these leads, you can also configure these columns to do whatever you want. So this is just the template that I've used on the back end. It's pretty basic, especially for this type of list where I'm just trying to remember products that might be good for me to kind of go buy during the Q4 rush. It doesn't super matter. You can just configure this and drag and drop and add as many different things as you want. So if you really want to get fancy with it, you can add everything from the product name all the way to like weight in grams and all that kind of stuff. So you can really get super fancy. I'm just going to keep it super simple for this example here. So I want you guys to be on the lookout for this type of product here, the type of items that increase in price during Q4. And once we're finding items like this, these items are huge opportunity for us to make not only money during Q4, but also faster money during Q4, because the fact that this sales rank is dipping so fast and the price is going up so fast tells me that there's not enough stock at Amazon for them to fulfill all those orders to customers. So some of these sales are going to people who are shipping directly to the customers. So what that means is you don't even have to be prepared for Q4 in November, have everything all shipped in. You just need to have a list of products that might go up in price. And then when the Black Friday sale season rolls around, you're just going to compare your Google Sheet here against all those items that you found that went up in price against a lot of the sales that come around during Black Friday. And then you're going to do merchant fulfilled shipping on these products. So usually we would send these items directly into Amazon. During Q4, you're probably not going to have enough time to ship it into Amazon, have them check it all in, all that good stuff. So you can just ship it directly to customers. And to take that even a step further, if you want to find more profitable products during Q4, you're going to want to use the offers tab of SellerAmp down here to start sourcing more profitable products. So if you're an existing Amazon seller, you're probably super familiar with this panel. You've probably found thousands of dollars in profit through this feature here. But if you're brand new and you're just trying to crush it this Q4, once all these items really start cranking up, so come late November, even middle of November, or especially early December, start looking through as many of these FBM storefronts as possible, because this is going to give you product ideas that you can go out, buy. It shows up at your front door within a few days, and then you can get it sold that day, right? So there's a super fast opportunity for turnaround time. Q4 is genuinely the best time of year to be an Amazon seller. You can make a ton of money if you do it the right way. So as we're looking through these storefronts right here, especially as we get into Q4, you're going to start seeing some of these items with massively inflated prices, and that's going to send you down some rabbit holes, right? So we can even see something like this, where this backpack right here, we can see how the orange line, that FBA price shot way up during July coming into back to school season. You can see that the FBM prices shot way up. There was tons of people doing exactly what we're talking about, except they were doing it during back to school season, right? So this same exact pattern here, where usually it sells for $50, the back to school seasonality helped it sell for an extra $10. It's going to be like that with even better with a lot of these Christmas items. And so as we're looking through the storefront here, all you're really going to want to do is ask yourself, can I buy this item for this max cost? If you don't know, start opening up as many of these things as possible. So I'm just going to use this as an example. That would probably find quite a few different things there. So we're looking for this little backpack of some kind. So it seems like we might have it here for, $25. Seems like they have it for 43 on Amazon. So this could be a right away of something that's at least close to profitable, right? So $25, that's 30% ROI. We're making $7 profit a unit. And I wonder if we zoom out to the year on this, if we check out last Christmas. So you can see here that last Christmas, the price of this item again shot way up. You can see that here on the SellerAmp charts as well. You can see that the price of this item shot way up. So if the seller count stays the same, which we can't really tell if it is going to yet, this would be something I would definitely add to my list of items to come back to. If that seller count stays the same, so supply and demand still going to even out, right? Going back to your middle school economics, if there's the same number of sellers and the same number of demand, the price is going to go up again, right? So in this case, looks like it sold for upwards of like 65, maybe even $70 back there last Q4. So if it sells for $65, we're making 100% ROI on this product. If it sells for $50, we're still making $12 profit. So this might even be something I would think about picking up, right? So even as we're looking at it right now, it's the 20th of September. There's 82 sellers on this listing. Last year at this time, there were 74 sellers on this listing. So very similar supply and demand, right? So I would bet that this price is also going to go back up this Christmas. So this right here might be even just a super quick example of something that could be profitable, right? So even if it's out of stock at that one source we found, you can always punch around a little bit there. Kind of a hack I'll show you guys as well is obviously the Google button will search it for you, but you can also do right click and then search image with Google. And then you can try to start finding other websites that might have that same exact backpack, maybe call it something else, or the title on Amazon's a little messed up. So that's another great way as you're looking through these storefronts, especially when Q4 is coming around, you're seeing them tons of items in their storefront and you're wondering how they're making money on it. You can try the Google search function out and also try that image search function out. And so as you guys are going out and you're sourcing those profitable products, I want to give you guys a couple pointers on how to be prepared to actually ship all these items out, especially if you're going to do a lot of merchant fulfillment, which I would highly encourage. I'm going to give you a quick little supplies list. So the first thing that I'd want you to think about is a label printer. A Rolo printer will be pretty good. This will print out all your shipping labels for you, so you can just slap it on the outside of the bags there. For all of your items that you're shipping out, so let's say you sent out that backpack right there, you could just do a poly bag. So that would just be a poly bag mailer. You can buy this from Amazon. We buy a lot of this type of stuff from Amazon. Get yourself just like a variety pack. If you're about to buy a bunch of something, another thing I like to do is mouse over and see like the dimensions on here. And then using those dimensions that SellerAmp has given us, we can go and specifically buy the right size poly mailer or box, especially so you can minimize your shipping costs. And the other thing you're going to need here is just a shipping scale. You're going to need this for standard Amazon anyway. I would recommend to get one that is at least like rated for like 100 pounds, so you can do FBA shipments as well as FBM, but you're going to want all that kind of stuff to be able to ship products out during Q4. And then another thing here in terms of supplies that you're going to need is going to be just like shipping labels. So something like this, you can also get these for free through your UPS account if you have one of those. They give you free shipping labels. Obviously, they're pretty incentivized to give you some free stuff so you can ship items through them. So you can take advantage of that as well. And then another thing I want to mention, especially if you guys are sourcing toys products or anything that might get damaged and you can't put in a poly bag, I would really recommend to buy your boxes just from like Uline, or especially if you can get a local box supplier, that's even better. But the reason why I like Uline is you can save money on that shipping. Just go into your, hop in here, look at these boxes. You can punch in the size. So again, let's say you were sourcing this product, or better yet, just like a Lego set. So let's see, Lego set. So just like the default Legos that we end up getting here. And then with that in mind, we can see here, it's like a 20 by 25 by 8, so just, you know, round up an inch, and then you're gonna have like literally the perfect size box for this product, so you're not gonna do much slack fill, anything like that, and it'll get you the cheapest dimensional rates if you're buying the right size box. So you could literally just plug those dimensions into Uline. At the same time you found this profitable product, buy those boxes. They'll get you the boxes in like a day or two usually, and that's another really good way to kind of stay on top of your boxes. You don't want to be running out of boxes while you're, you know, making tons of money during Q4. So that's something I like to do to make sure I'm staying on top of things. So the other thing you're going to want to think about as you're spending money to get into Q4 is that Black Friday is going to be the best opportunity probably all year for you to buy profitable products. And so the main thing, number one, is make sure you have money sitting around that you're ready to spend on Black Friday. Don't spend all the money that you wanted to spend on products in early November. You're going to want a ton of that money on lots of these good deals that are going to roll around during Black Friday. And so when you are buying inventory in preparation of Q4, what I would highly recommend doing is sending in some of your last FBA shipments in the middle to late November, and then just completely stop sending FBA shipments unless it's something that it's not really seasonal. It's not going to sell it all faster during Christmas. I would really recommend you don't do any more FBA of like toys and clothes, that kind of stuff. Do it all FBM, especially the stuff you buy on Black Friday. If you buy it on Black Friday, say it takes a week to come to you. Now you're at December 1st. If you try to ship that stuff into Amazon, at best, it's going to check into Amazon by like the 15th or 20th. Maybe you make a couple Christmas sales, but the warehouses get super backed up during Q4. So I would stop sending in shipments, especially by Black Friday. You should merchant fulfill all that inventory. And like I said, the day that stuff starts showing up at the doorstep, you can list it, get it shipped out to the customers the same exact day. There's tons of free tutorials on YouTube you can check out on doing merchant fulfilled shipments. And doing this merchant fulfilled shipping strategy is what seriously catapults my Amazon sales every single Q4. My first Q4 where things really changed for me, I was doing $50,000 to $60,000 a month in sales. I started doing merchant fulfillment. I started talking with other Amazon sellers, sharing ideas, and especially just shipping straight out to customers. Buying tons of Black Friday inventory, went from doing like 50 or 60K a month all the way up to doing about $170,000 in that month. And that was one of the first times I'd ever broken a six-figure month on Amazon. And it was mostly because I was merch fulfilling products, sending it straight to the customers, taking massive advantage of all the type of stuff I just talked about in this video. So I'm super excited to see all of you guys absolutely crush it this Q4 on Amazon. If you don't already have SellerAmp, so you can see all that data we were looking at today, make sure you get a free trial down below. Also, let me know if you guys have any questions we can answer for you. Always happy to answer those for you. Again, if you got value out of this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. That helps us spread the word and get more people making money on their own time. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Super excited to see you make a ton of money this Q4, and I will see you next time.